26.29 seconds.
An almost old guy.
Yeah. John Slauson, 30 years of age, of South Orange, was third with a time of 18 minutes, 10.58 seconds. Now, I guarantee you this. If I had run in this race,
Oh, my God.
I either would have won or I would have placed in the top 3.
Okay. Because that's what you do, is run.
No, that's not what I do.
That's what you do, is run.
Okay, all right. The top
I mean,
female-
that's great. You're an athlete. That's great.
The top female finisher was Megan Camaris, 32 of Maplewood, with a time of 20 minutes, 59.81 seconds. Claudia Mind of Livingston, 34, was second, with a time of 22 minutes, 21.97 seconds. And Juliet Blevins, 54, of Melbourne, was third, with a time of 22 minutes, 27.81 seconds.
So you're supposed to win. You're supposed to run fast for 20 minutes straight to... That's what it's all about.
What?
I'm sorry. No, I mean, like, I wonder if I could run for 20 minutes fast. I couldn't do that.
I missed something.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm not an athlete. I'm just trying to think of...
You run 20 minutes fast?
So everyone is like 17 minutes. This guy ran 3 kilometers.
5 kilometers.
Oh, so which is about 3 miles.
3.1 miles.
3.1 miles.
5K.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So John Perry, 51 won. Kevin Griffith, 42, came second. John Slauson, 30, came third. Matthew Dreher, also from Maplewood, 32, came fourth. Richard Martin, 47, came in fifth. Ryan McCabe, 16, came in sixth.
That's good at 16. At least there was one kid there.
Billy Doran, 19, came in eighth. He ran 20 minutes. The 51-year-old guy ran 17 minutes. He was nearly 3 minutes behind. You know, I got to tell you this. If I'm a 19-year-old guy or a 17-year-old guy, ain't no 51-year-old beating me. No way. Absolutely not. No way possible. If I got to trip that guy, I'm tripping that guy. He's not beating me. I'm serious. He's not beating me. And Jake Gruber, 17, came 10th. He ran 20 minutes, 22.13 seconds. No. So, Khalil Muhammad.
How old is he?
Orange, 41. You know who Khalil is, right?
Is that the guy we saw the other day?
No, Khalil Muhammad is
the one who runs the Schaumburg? That one?
That's the director of Schaumburg.
Mm-hmm.
His wife is on the Board of Education.
Yes, we know.
You remember you were talking about her one time? The woman on the Board of Education, Muhammad?
Yes, I walked out while she was speaking today.
What's
to
her
get
name
here.
again? What's her first name?
Stephanie Lawson Muhammad.
Yeah, Stephanie
I
Lawson
pulled that name
Muhammad. Yeah. That Khalil. Hey, Khalil is a runner. I didn't know that. I gotta go talk to Khalil, man. I gotta give him some tips. Hey, Khalil, if you're listening, man, and you want some help to bring that 20 minutes down from 20 minutes to 17-minute 5K, give the 9-time world record holder a call, and he will help you very quickly reduce that time. Why are you looking at me like that? So you don't believe I can do that, right?
Of course you can do that, Anselm.
Oh, okay. But if I had run this race, I would either want to finish in the top 3, right? You know that, right?
We're talking about achievements, personal achievements of yours today.
No, I was just reading the news. You told me to read the news.
Go ahead on sports.
I'm reading the news from the 5K, and I'm reading the women's results. I mean, the woman that came third was 54 years of age.
Wow.
The woman that came fifth was 17, Evelyn Beesom from South Orange. There was a young lady named Kim Valuelte, 46, came in sixth. And listen to this. Barbara Cocorinos from Maplewood came in 10th, and she's 55 years of age. She ran 24 minutes, 47.41 seconds. Now, that's a good time for a 55-year-old, I can tell you that much. For a 5K.
So if you take somebody like me who's not in shape and I tried to run for 20 minutes, do you think I would might die or have a heart attack or something?
No, you wouldn't die. Why would you? Why people think like that? You would die. What's the first thing you think about?
Okay, do you think I would have a heart attack?
No, you're not going to have a heart attack. I mean, you may like, stop like 25 times. But, you may not. I'm not saying you're going to make the whole thing, You might like.
I mean, since it would take me an hour to walk. 20 minutes to walk a mile.
Take you 20 minutes to walk a mile?
Yeah.
No, something's wrong with that.
Well,
I got to tell you.
And that's walking fast.
No, something's wrong with that.
Yes,
we need to do something about that. If you're going to take you 20 minutes to walk a mile. You know what that is? That's like walking a quarter mile in 5 minutes.
Okay, please stop trying to do math. Go ahead.
It is math.
Okay.
4 times 5 is 20.
I got that.
A quarter, half mile, 3/4 mile, and then a mile. That's 5 minutes per quarter. You can do better than that. Let's go over to the South Orange juice. Seton Hall announced tip-off party as substitute for Midnight Madness. So Seton Hall is getting rid of Midnight Madness. No more Midnight. You know what Midnight Madness is?
No.
You never attended Midnight Madness at Columbia High School?
No, I never attended it, but I know what it is at Columbia High School. So what is it at Seton Hall?
Well, it's no longer Midnight Madness. It's now the tip-off party. In a brief tweet today, Seton Hall released information on an October 3rd tip-off party that will serve as a substitute for last season's Midnight Madness event.
Now, what is it?
The tip-off party will be open to students only. Well,
that means you can't go.
I can go. The good. The new mascot looks infrequently better than the previous one, which appeared to have been a pirate that was locked in a South Orange break for several months. Now, the not so good. This early October tip-off party is taking place of last season's blue and white game, as well as the late October Midnight Madness event that featured a dunk contest, competitive hot dogs eater Kobayashi, a 10,000 half-court shot, and DJ Clue. October 3rd marks the first day of official practice across the college basketball landscape. Last year's team was predicted to finish near the bottom of the Big East and had little hope of reaching the NCAA tournament, while Seton Hall's 2014-2015 team arguably has postseason potential. My expectation was that the athletic department will invest heavily in this season's Midnight Madness event, a well-known rap, hip-hop act, etc., due to the hype of Seton Hall's best recruiting class in over a decade and a brand new partnership with Under Armour. This doesn't appear to be the case. Perhaps the apparent pulling of Fox Sports' live Midnight Madness coverage from last season poke holes in the athletic department plans. Still, that still leaves the question of why Seton Hall planned a preseason hype-driving event a month prior to Seton Hall's season's opener on November 16th. Instead of Midnight Madness, this is more like an early afternoon, late morning madness. Okay, so instead of having that Midnight Madness where the first time they can actually practice, they have a game at the Jadwin Gymnasium and they invite all people to come and see the players play. They had, slam dunk, all kind of thing. This time they're having a tip-off party this time. Okay, whatever. And that's about it in sports. After missing on Chris Silver, where does Seton Hall turn for a 2015 forward? Barring Isaiah Whitehead deciding to leave for the 2015 NBA draft, which I'm told appears less likely than a 2-year stay in the South Orange at this point, Seton Hall will possess a talented and seasoned 4-member backcourt for the 2015-2016 season. And I have a question for you. Even if Whitehead were to leave, a backcourt of Sterling Gibbs, Jaron Cena, Kadeen Carrington, and whichever guard the staff brings on in the 2015 class is amply enough for the rigors of a high major season. Now, I know you don't know anything about sports, right? But let me ask you a question. Do you know anything about them wanting to pay players in college, pay the top players? Have you heard anything about that? That the NCAA wanted to pay the top players in college, sports players.
Pay them for?
Well, for example, there's this guy named Johnny Manziel. He went to Texas A&M. He's a quarterback, and he got drafted in the first round of the NFL draft. and he might have made the school over $100 million. But that $100 million, he didn't get any of that $100 million. So some people feel that even though he's on a football scholarship, some of that money should be going to pay the members of that football team because they generated over $100 million in his name.
Why is the NFL paying for someone?
Not the NFL. The NCAAs and the school, the colleges.
Okay.
Want to pay because some guy went on the TV prior to the NCAA championship and said that there were nights he went hungry. Even though he was on a basketball scholarship at the University of Connecticut, some nights he was very hungry.
Why was he still... Why? Because he's a guy and he eats a lot, or...
No, because they don't give him enough money. They're only allowed to give him so much money. Like, they're allowed to give him, like... If they have an away game, they're allowed to give him, like, maybe $40. They may leave all day and they just have to give him $40 meal money. And they couldn't give him more than that. So there was a concern that the school was making all this money and the players were not benefiting from all the money the school was making. But anyway, that's into sports. But let's go over quickly before we go for a short break to the Board of Education. So what else was going on while you were over there?
Well, I mean, I wasn't there that long. Again, we watched the short presentation on. Well, let me see what I text to you.
Survey closes on Friday?
Survey closes on Friday.
What survey is that?
This is a survey that the consultant was doing, or the survey that's online, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
The survey that's online asking about the qualities of the superintendent that you would like.
Mm-hmm.
And so after Friday, they were happy with the number of people. I think it's over 600.
Mm-hmm.
Close to 700 people actually filled out the survey.
We've had more than 200 participants. The
focus groups, yes. The focus groups have had more than 200 different people come in and speak with the consultant about the qualities they'd like in a superintendent. There are a few more open forums scheduled.
Which ones are those, open forums?
More forums open to talk about the superintendent, and I'm sure those will be put on the district's website. I was just taking quick notes on this phone. 25 applicants for the job so far. And the consultant and the firm...
25, did they say what was the makeup of the group?
No, they didn't say that. And they said that they were surprised that they had that because it hasn't even been publicized.
Okay.
So once it really hits out, maybe there'll be more. The consultant will do the pre-screening. And the first round of interviews will begin in December. And then after that, eventually they spoke about the safety of students is important. And the parent who was bullied, the parent of the student that was bullied got up and gave really passionate plea for help. And so there's a supervisor in charge of bullying. I'm sorry, I don't know the exact title. Who was there? Who met with the woman out in the hallway? If a kid is bullied, I wonder if they should
What do they do in your school?
Leave the school, or...
What do they do in your school?
I don't know.
Shouldn't teachers know what the bullying policy is?
Yes, teachers know.
Should they know?
Should the teachers know?
Yeah.
Of course.
How come you don't know?
I know the policy is against bullying, or, what constitutes bullying, but what the repercussions and the punishment, if any, meted out... I don't know what that is. I mean, now the policy is that you can't suspend a student so easily. It would take, numerous infractions before a student could be suspended. Because once a kid is suspended, they're just out of school. And eventually, with so many suspensions, they would probably, less likely go. So they have got rid of this policy in the city of New York from suspending students easily.
Time check. Time is approximately 9 p.m. That time check is brought to you by All Star Motors, providing you with services you can trust. They provide you with ASC certified mechanics, New Jersey spade inspection facilities, used car sale, authorized police towing, and emission repair facilities. You can call them at 973-762-8771. That's 973-762-8771. 8771.